Hi guys, we're live here for UFC Fight Night 119 from Brazil. Lyoto Machida versus Derek Brunson. I'm going to give you the live commentary here. If you haven't subscribed yet, remedy that right now. If you don't have a beer, remedy that right now. This is a pretty loaded card. It's already been pre-fights on FS2, but of course nobody's seen them because no one has FS2. But first fight here is going to be John Lineker, number 5 ranked bantamweight against Marlon Vera. This is a great matchup. John Lineker 27, Marlon Vera 24th. Marlon Vera with a 3.5-inch reach advantage. John Lineker is a beast, and Marlon Vera is pretty underrated. This is about to get underway here. They are both in the cage. Bruce Buffer's just announcing. I'm really glad that football game ended in time. I don't remember what the teams were exactly, but it was 17-10, and I was really rooting for the team that had 17 points so it did not go into overtime and cancel this event, because that would have sucked. Thank you already for a couple of people on. Marlon Vera coming into this at 10-3-1, 135 pounds, of course, out of Ecuador. He's a -350 underdog. Evening, Zoltan. Thanks for tuning in again. Appreciate your loyalty, sir. Hope you're able to stay for the whole thing. Thank you. Very good. Bye-bye. Thank you, Seven. Very going bye-bye. Yeah, good to see you too again, Severn. Good to see some familiar faces already there. Yeah, John Lineker is a beast, dude. He might not be a household name, but he's definitely a big name MMA fans. Guys that know who they are, dude. He looks ripped. No, I didn't see that. I don't have FS2, so I didn't get to see that. I didn't know anyone had FS2. No, I do have Fight Pass, but I didn't get home from work in time to see the prelims on Fight Pass. 7 people on. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're about to get this underway. Who's watching this on FS1? Who you guys got? Lineker or Vera? I've used VIP League a while back, Zoltan. I've been having some issues with Comcast. I've downloaded some things, though, and I got a few warnings. Yeah, Lineker, I agree with you on Zoltan. Yeah, I got like 2 warnings, I think, and they told me 6 warnings, and they were going to cut my service off, which is a bunch of bullshit, but that's the breaks, I guess. So I'm watching this legitimately on FS1 streaming, on the DirecTV Now streaming, and it's doing well for now. These guys are just filling each other out in the middle of the ring. Lineker really could be a contender if he comes into this. Has an impressive win here. But Vera has never been stopped before. Lineker might be the guy to do it. Hopefully we see some of his good kicks here. We're seeing some kicks from Vera there. Vera's got the inside neck tattoo. Kind of looks like Corey Gambrandt. I wonder if he's trying to copy him. Oh, nice back and forth in the center of the ring there. Vera looks a lot taller than Lineker. Does he not look about 6 inches taller than Lineker? He's a long and lengthy dude. It says 3.5-inch reach advantage, but Vera really looks a lot taller. Oh, goes for like a karate kick. Yeah, Zoltan, I didn't catch the heights. I was looking at the reach. I've seen the 3.5-inch reach, but yeah, he just looks like a giant standing next to him as far as height. Oh, nice leg kicks. You never know who's going to pull off the upset anymore in the UFC. There's been so many fights this year, 3-1, 4-1. So I don't bet on fights anymore. 6'3". Holy shit. Yeah, you're right. What the fuck? 6'3" and 125 pounds. Oh my God. 12 Corinthians. Yeah. Thank you, Bruno Lopez. Thanks for tuning in there. My daughter is 5'3", and she's 125 pounds. I don't think she's got an ounce of fat on her. How are you 6'3" and 125 pounds? That doesn't seem possible. What kind of scales are they using in Brazil? I'm calling bullshit. I want to reweigh. This guy's got to be walking in at 160 tonight. He's got to be. How much weight is this guy dropping? He's got to seriously be dropping 35 pounds. Like a quarter of his freaking body weight. Oh, Lineker's getting inside there, though. Lands a couple 1-2 to the body. Oh, he landed upstairs. Lineker's finding his range. Yeah, thanks for letting me know that Team Vendetta. I won't repeat that, but I'm watching this on FS1. 130. It is possible. It is possible. I'm 6 feet, and I'll tell you, I'm not anywhere near 160 or 130 right now. In high school, I was 160. I'm more like around 260 now, but I'm not fighting again anytime soon either. Lineker's going with some loop and overhand rights there. Vera could he could catch him with an overhand right counter over the top there. Oh, but Lineker's fast though. Yeah, it's on FS1, Vendetta MVP. So if you got FS1, tune it in. This is live. Oh, nice left hook from Lineker. Oh, Lineker's really finding his range here now. Now this is really starting to look like two strikers on different levels. The speed difference here is very apparent. Oh man, left hand. I mean, when your arms are that long, when your body is that lengthy, and you're that small, oh, right and left, it just takes that much longer for the punches and kicks to get there. If you can't use that outside range, which Lineker is doing a really good job of moving, bobbing, and weaving inside that. Vera needs to throw front kicks and obliques with that range. Zoltan, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. He needs to watch. Man, he needs to watch some taller fighters. Who's the skyscraper, the heavyweight, the dude, Stefan Struve. He's like 6'7". That guy does a really good job. He's gotten caught a couple times, but he does a really good job of using his reach. And he's beaten some really powerful guys. Because yeah, he has a really good front kick. He throws a lot of really good straight punches. It's unfortunate he has a heart condition that's that's affected his fight career lately. It's a really entertaining guy to watch. Seems like a real good guy too. If you guys don't know who Stefan Struve is, if you haven't watched any of his fights, I would check him out. He's an entertaining guy. I mean, he's not a world beater. He's probably not going to be a champion anytime soon. But I mean, he's in every fight. You know, he comes to fight, and it's amazing with that. I want to say, Rebecca, Google how tall is Stefan Struve? Using my daughter as my Siri here. If anybody beats her to that, I'm not sure how tall Stefan Struve is. He's a tall son of a bitch, though. I think he's like 3 inches taller than Shaq. 7. No, not really. 7 feet? Yep. 7 foot tall heavyweight. 6'11", I think. 6'11". Jesus.
Stefan Struve is
7
feet tall and 265 pounds.
Yeah, so Vera needs to watch that guy. Holy crap.
John Jones is only 6'4".
Yeah. John Jones probably walks around 265. That's my daughter in the background. She's a wrestler, 125-pound wrestler at 5'2". Same weight as Vera. That could not be healthy. Oh, nice spinning kick to the body from Vera. Who's drinking a beer out there? If you're drinking a beer out there, say beer. Right in the comments, say beer. If you don't have a beer, remedy that right now. If you're not subscribed, remedy that right now. Nice leg kick. All right, Zoltan, beer. Old Milwaukee. That is classic. I'm being snobby with the shock top today here, though. Cheers, Zoltan. I appreciate you, brother. Oh, nice right, left. From Lineker. Lineker's boxing is obviously very superior. Vera's been able to come up with some good leg kicks, but oh, that was interesting. Vera goes with like a spin kick to the head. Nice knee on the inside. That's what he needs to do. If he can get that clinch, he can use that height advantage. Oh, he's got that tie clinch over the head. Oh, he should have kept that. I'm not sure if Lineker broke that or if he broke that on purpose, but Vera should not have broke that. He should go for that again. With that height advantage, that tie clinch, the way he has it, if those knees start coming, he's got a lot of leverage. I mean, it's gonna look like Anderson Silva versus Chris Lieben. I mean, he's got that kind of leverage there. Let's see if he goes for that clinch again. Oh, nice body head. Nice job of mixing it up from Lineker. Nice body kick from Vera. There he went with that front kick. Called it there, Zoltan. Needs to go up with it a little higher, I think. Oh, nice right hand. Lineker's on. Oh, that's what he needs to do. Lineker needs to keep Vera backing up. When you get a taller guy like that backing up, oh, nice spinning body kick. That did some damage. Oh, nice left hook over the top. A lot of times those spinning body kicks are just for show, like that one was. The one before that, that landed. That hurt him. That's going to pay dividends later in the fight. Lineker needs close distance and barrage. Yeah, he does. And he's been able to close that distance several times. I think he's waiting too much. I think you're right there, Zoltan. I think he needs to... I mean, those leg kicks don't really seem enough to stop him. They're not going to the body. He's not doing anything, you know, real decisive, real dangerous. Lineker comes back to the leg kick of his own there. I'm not sure what that's about when you're a foot shorter than your opponent. I would just get inside. Wow, he just kicked Vera. Foot was right there to the neck, though. That's pretty good for such a height difference. I like that 7. Flying knee there from Vera. Mixing it up there. Man, oh, Lineker is going for it with that haymaker. Man, oh, nice body kick from Vera. Left, right. Just about anybody is in any fight right now. Oh, right hand, left. Oh, Lineker's coming inside now. He needs to keep moving and keep him backing up. He should have put him up against the fence there. But there's right. Oh, he's finding that range. And he's hurting him to the body. Oh, nice left hook over the top. Lineker is landing at will now. Yeah, there was an arm punch in there, but there was a right hook. There's a right hook to the chin there, too. Oh, nice. Nice timing on the trip kick. Lineker kicked Vera while he had his foot up, swept his other foot up from underneath him. And now Lineker's going on top. He's going to get into a really long... Oh, he's nice punches over the top. Nice ground and pound already. Vera is not defending well from the guard at all, and he's got those long legs. You would think that you would see some better guard work from him. But, oh, he does not really even seem to... Lineker landed some elbows and a body punch. Vera doesn't even seem to know how to use his guard there. He's so much taller. He's just trying to kick him off. He wants to stand up, and he gets up immediately. Oh, couple kicks and a flying knee at the end there. You could tell Vera looked very uncomfortable on the ground. He looked like he wanted to get up right away. It's hard to believe that somebody that's 6'3" and 125 pounds with long legs like that is not working on his guard constantly. Stefan Struve has an incredible guard. I mean, that guy can triangle you from halfway across the ring. I've seen him do it. I swear he can. It's can he not, Zoltan? I mean, the guy's legs are longer than Vera's entire self. I'm not sorry, Lineker. I think his legs are like 5.5 feet long each. It's just said they do call him the skyscraper for a reason. What fight are you guys most looking forward to for this? It's a pretty stacked card for a fight night. I'm looking forward to, of course, Machida and Brunson. I'm also looking forward to seeing Damian Maia get in there. But this is a good fight right here. I really like getting to watch John Lineker fight. And coming into the third round here. Ah, nice body kick from Vera. Oh, he went up to the head. Lineker right over the top. Oh, nice left hook. Oh, he's going to use some energy. He's getting inside there. Yeah, Hermanson. Yeah, he's an unknown talent. Oh, I love the specialists. I love the guys that in today's game with so many tools that can still go in there. Almost like a Hoist Gracie, still with one tool. I mean, he's learned enough striking to deal with, you know, the elite defensiveness of striking and the wrestling and everything. But he's a jiu-jitsu expert. Everybody knows what he's going to do, and he still goes in there and chokes dudes out. And there's something beautiful about that. And I don't just say that because I'm a judo guy. But, oh, nice knee. There goes for a head kick there. Not really much landing, though. Oh, Lineker trying to get inside again there. Misses a couple overhands over the top. Left, right. Whoa, that is a weird position. Vera just had his foot on top of Lineker's head. Lineker's going to try to take him down again. Pushing him up against the fence. I don't understand why Lineker doesn't try to get that tie clinch again with that height. He obviously, you know, he looks comfortable throwing knees. He looks comfortable throwing a lot of these kicks. So that was a nice high left kick there. Oh, nice straight punch there. Nice other body kick. And Lineker's just throwing haymakers at this point. He might burn himself out. I mean, I know it's the third round, but there's still 3 minutes to go. He is putting everything on every punch. Yeah, he's not even trying to set it up anymore. And Vera's touching him coming in. He's not really tagging him, but he's definitely adding some points. Nice body shot there from Lineker, though. If he's going to swing like that, he definitely needs to keep going to that body. He has to wait for Vera to bend down to reach his head anyways. Oh, Vera goes for a flying knee, but kind of just grazes the body. And third degree black belt Kempo under Nick Out. I've heard the name. I've heard the names. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, dude. I never did get my black belt, but I did train under a guy that my sensei was in the Olympic trials, actually was in the last match to go to the Olympics, and got robbed when a guy called mixed up the Yuko and the Coca. Actually, it's a really strange thing, but I watched the video and it was legit. It was a crooked ref. Which we might see some questionable judging here in Brazil. If I'm not the Brazilian fighter, I'm trying to end this thing. You don't want somebody pulling a Bisping in here. And yes, I'm calling out Michael Bisping against that Anderson Silva. That was one of the most bullshit decisions I've ever seen. Anderson Silva knocked Michael Bisping out like twice. And I bring this up because it's an overseas fight. That's one of the most pissed off that I've ever been with judges. Knocked him out twice in the fight. Literally, the ref revives him, and then they just rob Silva. Oh, nice head axe kick. Vera is so tall, he just went all the way over Lineker's head. Flyweight fight earlier, the American won every round, like 10 slam takedowns, and judges gave it to Brazilian. And that's the problem with fighting overseas. They need to have certain refs that go everywhere. If you're in the UFC, Massachusetts. Thank you, Team Vendetta from Massachusetts. I'm here in Seattle, wearing my Beast Mode shirt here. I know he's moved on to Oakland, but we still love him here. Oh, nice spinning body kick, and that's going to go to a decision. I would imagine Lineker won that pretty easily, but Vera being the Brazilian fighter, who knows? So I don't know. That would be quite the robbery. I think Lineker won that pretty decisively, even though he didn't actually hurt Vera. But I mean, Vera really did very little of anything in that fight. And get some more beer, and you gotta have the pizza with the beer. That's the American thing right there. It could, Zoltan. I mean, it could. Who do you guys think won that fight, though? Am I a little off? I mean, Vera did throw some leg kicks, and maybe he got a round in there. I don't know, but you're right, though. Nobody was really decisive. Yeah, you know, the more I think about it, Zoltan, the more I kind of think that it could be close, because Lineker really didn't do as much as he could have either. I mean, a lot of those punches were hitting air or just barely landing. He kind of seemed to have ring generalship, and it depends on what the referees are looking for. And they may just be looking to see if your last name is Vera. I hope that's not the case, but we've seen it a million times. We've seen these guys get biz-banged, and I want to coin that phrase, by the way. That's what it's called. If you get robbed overseas in a fight, it's called being biz-banged, because he has won the most ridiculous hometown overseas decisions. I don't know if any of you guys watched far enough to watch when he fought Chris Lieben in England, and I think they said he won like every round in the UK. I swear, I think Chris Lieben won that fight. I know Anderson Silva beat the crap out of him. So we're going to go to a scorecard here. And John Lineker gets it, so that's a good decision. I can see giving Vera a round. Yeah, I don't see how anybody could have thought Michael Bisping won that fight, Zoltan. I was so pissed watching that fight. I don't remember. I don't think I was. The only other time I think I was that pissed off watching a decision was back in '88. Yeah, that decision was just fucking ridiculous. But the only time I've ever been that pissed off at a decision that I can remember back, and I'm going to date myself some, I was 10 years old, in the '88 Olympics when Roy Jones Jr. fought Park Si-hung. Yeah, Triple G and Canelo, you're right there, Seven. That was a travesty too, and I think Triple G almost kind of had to win by knockout there too. Bird, what's her name? The judge that had it just lopsided for Canelo, like 7 rounds. She's a horrible judge. I want to say Adelaide Bird. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of a totally different judge. But she actually got suspended. Okay, Robert Bird. That's not the one I'm thinking of. Then it was a female judge. No, that's it. Oh, okay. So they were both Brazilian. So that's why. Okay, I knew Vera was. I wasn't sure about Lineker, even though I've been a fan of him in the past. But yeah, I was surprised in boxing. I've been a huge boxing fan for a long time too. Okay, that makes sense. I think they both had some pretty shitty decisions. I've been watching boxing for a long time too. I was a big boxing fan before the UFC even came out. Yeah, Mayweather definitely squeaked out some close ones.
Read the questions to them so the other people know what you're asking.
Mayweather 7 says always had Mayweather's side. That's true. I remember that in a lot of fights. I thought do you guys think Mayweather went 50-0? I mean, he was good. He was arguably one of the best, if not the best, defensive fighter ever. Honestly, I don't think he was the most impressive defensive fighter even of his generation. I would put Bernard Hopkins and possibly even James Toney ahead of him defensively. And give me what guff you will for that. I was always kind of rooting for Mayweather to lose. I'm not sure why. But Thiago Santos coming back, fighting Jack Hermanson here. I'm taking Hermanson in this one. I don't know what you guys think, but I think Silva's seen better days. Or Santos, excuse me. I want to call every Brazilian Silva. My wife just called me a racist. I'm definitely not a racist. But it's kind of like Smith and there's got to be a lot more Silvas in Brazil than Smiths here. Oh, I definitely believe ring rust exists. A lot of that it depends a lot mentally on the person. It's a pressure thing. A lot of it's going to be a pressure thing, just getting used to being under the lights and being back in there. And then the other part of it's going to be your training. How much do you really spar? Lately, these fools coming back, killing it. You're right, Seven. I don't know. You know what I want to bring up about Lyoto Machida, though? He disappeared for 28 months. He fought at 205, and he did not look like a small 205. I mean, he cut weight, I believe, to make 205. Dominic Cruz, the guy, for some reason, his attitude annoys me sometimes, but God, that guy is genius. You're right, Zoltan. I mean, he looked as good as ever. He looked as good as ever. But ring rust, I think, is a lot of it is in how you train. I mean, you go back to boxing some. James Toney, that guy probably never had ring rust because all he did was spar rounds. In a training camp, he would literally spar thousands of rounds. That's why he was always so overweight. Is the guy, that's the only cardio he ever did. He didn't run. He didn't really jump rope. He didn't do sit-ups. According to him, is all he did was rounds. And just hundreds and thousands of rounds every training camp. And I think that's why he was so sharp defensively and such a sharp counterpuncher. If you guys haven't watched very many James Toney fights, if you're into boxing, that guy was a really fun guy to watch. He had that nice shoulder roll. Really fun to watch. Him and Bernard Hopkins, the way they maneuvered their bodies. They weren't the fastest guys. They weren't slow. And Toney did have speed back in the day. But I just really love those guys that can just maneuver their bodies around and block with their shoulders and their chest. Oh, what a wife. My wife is bringing me another beer, so I don't have to get up. That is love right there. So if you're looking at getting married and you're sitting here watching this, whoever you're looking at getting married should be bringing you a beer.
Shut up.
No, they don't have to bring you a beer. I think I just actually lost a few points there, but thank you, honey.
Don't worry about it. You can sleep on the couch.
She slept on this couch more than I have, but that's
by choice.
that's another story. Lyoto Machida here, most finishes by kick. Lyoto Machida's got 3. Vitor Belfort had 4. Edson Barboza had 4. Donald Cerrone was 6. That's one of my favorite guys to watch is Donald Cerrone. He just fought like last week. I know he did get knocked out, but I swear it seems like every time you watch the UFC, If Donald Cerrone's not on that card, he's on the next card. That guy, I think he probably fights too much. But, man, I love watching him fight. He's got a lot of heart. I got a ton of respect for him. Thiago Santos versus Jack Hermanson. Middleweight bout coming up here. Who do you guys got in this? I think Zoltan said he's got Hermanson. I'm with Zoltan on this one. I'm picking Hermanson to for the upset here. That's what I say, Zoltan. Hermanson murks everyone. And I see it go, damn, leg kick. They're showing some highlights of his leg kick knockouts. The guy is ripped. Dude is ripped. He's got awesome power. He's a really exciting guy. Both these guys are really exciting finishers. But I just think it's Hermanson's time. And I don't think Thiago has got left what it takes to hold Hermanson off. I don't know what the odds are on this one yet. I guess they're going to show it here in a minute. But it is in Brazil, like we'd said before. And you got Thiago Santos, the Brazilian fighter. So there's that. But I think Hermanson remedies that by just not letting it go to decision. So I say maybe first round knockout. Some guys jet lag really bad. You never know. Very true. Very, very true. And jet lag's one of those weird things. You don't always feel it the same, and you don't always feel it. I used to travel. The last company I worked with, I traveled a lot. There was a 2-year span where I was literally on a plane like every week twice. For store openings and a lot of other things, and all over the country, and there was no real rhyme or reason to it, but it seemed like sometimes I would get jet lag, and sometimes I would get it really bad, and sometimes it was like nothing. And I felt no different whatsoever than if I had driven across town. And it seemed like about 50-50 to me, and there didn't seem to be a whole lot of rhyme or reason to it. But that's a ways further than I ever traveled for any of those things, and that's a different climate. That's a good point on the home field advantage. There's Zoltan, and yeah, some guys do get jet lag really bad. I don't get jet lag really bad. I get seasick really bad, but that's
Especially the night before.
Yeah, that's my story. Yeah, that was a really smart thing. Between commercials, the first time I went deep sea fishing, me and my buddy Tom. I hope Tom's watching. He's probably not though. We were going to this place in Oregon. Where was it, honey?
Rockaway Beach.
Rockaway Beach. We were going to Rockaway Beach, and we wanted to go deep sea fishing. Every year, it was like 3 or 4 years in a row, we went out there, and every year the captain would tell us that my friend's dad knew. We called him Big Tom. He knew this captain, and every year he would say that it was too rocky and the weather was too bad. And it was at the beginning of April. It wasn't till a couple years later that we finally found out the reason that we were always there at the end of March, beginning of April, is because Big Tom was a cheap ass and wanted to save $50 by going off season. But so we go up for like the 4th year in a row, and it's me and my wife and my friend Tom and his wife and a few other people, and the captain tells us again he's not going to take us out. We get somebody to take us out. They said they're going to take us out in the bay the next day.
Well, no,
So
they told us we weren't going, so we started drinking.
well, they said we weren't going, but we had talked to somebody about going into the bay. So we start drinking, and we start drinking hard. I mean, we're drinking hard alcohol. There's no beer. We're playing games. We see each other, once a year or so, and we're getting fucking hammered, till like 3, 4 in the morning. I mean, we are just, I can barely fucking stand. And then it's about 3:30, 4 in the morning, we get a call from this captain, and someone had told him that we had called another boat, and he gets on the phone and says, "Hey, you fucking pussies, you want to go catch some fish? Get your asses out here." 4 o'clock in the morning, barely able to fucking walk. We get on this boat, and it is so rocky. You can't stand and you cannot sit. I swear I was falling down the entire time. I probably puked a minimum of 60 times, and we were on there for 8 hours of just straight puking. It's one of the worst experiences of my life.
I don't think we've been out on a big boat since.
I have not. I have not been out on the sea since that experience, and of course the alcohol had a lot to do with that. Yeah, Santos, excuse me, is coming in a small underdog, 0.1 plus 100, but this is basically an even fight here as far as the odds. But I say Hermanson. I'm gonna go with Zoltan there and use his words and say Hermanson murks him. I think I lost a few people talking about deep sea fishing there, maybe just in between fights. But got to talk about something on the commercials. This fight's underway though here. Thiago Santos, he's finished 11 of 15 wins. Hermanson's finished 13 of his 16s, 10 knockouts apiece. Don't expect this to go long. And these guys are moving really fast, and Santos looks super jerky. I know he's a veteran, but he looks super hyper to me. Bouncing in and out a lot. Hermanson looks a little more relaxed. They both look like they're not looking to waste any time. They're not throwing punches, but there's definitely a really quick filling out of the ranges here. If you're not watching this, these guys are like rock'em sock'em robots, but they're not hitting each other. They're just bouncing back and forth. Lot of movement, a lot of hand movement. Short leg kick from Hermanson. Santos, excuse me, is really bouncing up on his toes there. He's got the open hands. Oh! Hermanson goes for a high leg kick and misses, gets up quickly. Misses a couple shots there. Nice body kick from Hermanson. That was a good, crisp, quick body kick there. And Santos is going to go for the takedown. Santos has got good jiu-jitsu, but Hermanson with the good takedown defense there. What Brazilian doesn't have good jiu-jitsu though, right? They call Brazilian jiu-jitsu for a reason. They're not too damn bad at striking, if that matter, either, though. If anybody's remembers Anderson Silva anymore. Hermanson's looking to light him up here, but Santos is blocking a lot of these punches. Oh, nice knee. Oh, that one didn't get blocked. That was a nice left hook from Hermanson. Spins him around. Oh, these guys only know one speed. A couple more shots there from Hermanson, and that's 100 miles an hour. Remember, Santos has got 10 knockouts of his own. He could land a counterpunch and end this at any time. And Hermanson's holding that left hand really low, which does two things. Of course, leaves him open, but it also makes that jab that much more unpredictable and that much faster to reach its target. He's holding it really low though, and Santos has got that right hand up. Hermanson misses a overhand right over the top. Going to be interesting to see who has more gas. For sure, Zoltan. Santos is the veteran, though. Nice 1-2 from Santos. This is a nice competitive fight. El Dentro. Oh, AI Dentro. Sorry, thank you, Sinistro. Thank you for tuning in. Left hook blocked over the top there from Santos' physique looks like he would gas faster. I know Hermanson's got a lot of muscle on him, but he does look really lean. Hermanson goes to a spinning kick. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3. You know, Hermanson almost... Oh, nice. Straight over the top from Hermanson. Nice straight right. Jumping left hook. His physique almost reminds me a little bit of a younger Roy Jones. Look at him and look at his boxing. Can you not kind of picture a little bit of a young Roy Jones Jr.? Look at that jab, the way he holds that left hand low. Nice leg kick from Hermanson. Who wins? Dougie Brown versus Action Jack. That would be a good one, Dougie Brown all day. Oh, nice. Hermanson is throwing a flying right knee, and in the air, turns into a left hook and lands it. Nice left over the top. I am not taking back the Roy Jones Jr. reference from Hermanson. I'm doubling down on it. Oh, nice. Jump. Oh, wow. That is amazing transitions. Oh, my God. Hermanson throws a jumping double switch kick and then just throws a barrage of punches, crumbles Santos to the ground, and then on the ground he hits him with about 50 more shots. That's... Sorry, Seven. I got a little excited there. Santos. And Santos murdered Hermanson, and we were wrong, Zoltan. God, and I'm only on my third beer, and just imagine when I get to about number 12, calling the wrong fighter there. But yeah, that was impressive for Santos. That was impressive hand speed. And somehow I was calling him Hermanson for about 4 minutes there. Thanks for correcting me there, Santos. Nice move of the fight, double switch kick, and then just a barrage of punches. I said Santos was older and washed up, but do they have WADA in Brazil? Oh my God, that is some vicious hand speed. Incredible double switch kick, and then, I mean, that was amazing. That was some amazing hand speed to the body, to the head, and then the barrage on the ground. That was very, very impressive. So I'm 1-1. I took Lineker. I took Hermanson, and Santos pulled it out. So I'm 1-1 for tonight. I lost, so I got to drink a little more beer. And when I pick the win, I drink a little more beer. Khabib versus Barbosa. Oh, I got Khabib in that one. If he can make weight. If he doesn't eat tiramisu the week of the weigh-in. I'm glad you brought up Khabib, because I love Khabib. I'm really pissed off at him for not making weight for his last few fights. But who in the hell eats tiramisu in your week leading up to the weigh-in? I don't know if you guys know the story about this, and I don't know if it's rumored. I don't know if it's completely verified, but I was told that he ate tiramisu the week of the fight and showing it off in the pre-fight show. Yeah, is that where it came from? I didn't actually watch the pre-fight show. I heard about it on Joe Rogan podcast, which I listen to like every day religiously. But yeah, it's in the embedded. That's incredible. That's incredible that you would come out and say that. I just recently had tiramisu. It was good. I wasn't super impressed, but yeah, I'm definitely not ruining my big payday for some tiramisu. Oh my God. Sometimes that's called ladyfingers. You guys might have had it, but it's not worth missing a fight over. I love how the fighter that just finished someone stands there like he's in anticipation of the decision, and then when they raise their hand, they get all excited and smiled like they're surprised. 4:59 in the first round. That's like one of the weirdest fights. It's the only sport that Conor versus Tony. That is a hard one, SK. That is a really tough one. My heart wants to see Diaz versus Conor, but I want to see Tony versus Conor too, so don't hate on me. Zoltan says Conor. I would have said Tony before the Mayweather fight. Now, I mean, I don't know. That could really go either way. A lot of it's going to be one of the mental warfare, and I think, honestly, a lot of it depends on how Tony Ferguson stands up to the mental warfare. Does he stand up to it like Nate Diaz did and bring it back? Kevin Lee hit him. It was Conor. GG. Yeah, you're right, Zoltan. Yeah. Kevin Lee hit him. Yeah. And Conor has that power. And Lee has Steph. Oh, my God, did he have Steph coming into that fight? How did they not see that? I mean, that was one of the worst staph infections I've ever seen. And they were talking to Tony Ferguson after the fight, and they said, were you worried about the staph going into it being so big? He said, I used it as a target. Tony got better cardio, though. Says SK, and Sultan says they saw it, but it passed because it wasn't open. They saw it because it passed because it wasn't open. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So he believes it wasn't infectious. He was saying that, Zoltan saying that the wound wasn't open, so they don't believe it was infectious. I guarantee you Tony Ferguson jumped in the shower with some of that defense soap afterwards, though. For sure, Tony better cardio. Yeah, Tony definitely has the better cardio and better chin. Has Conor really been... I mean, Conor hasn't been knocked out or knocked down, though. I mean, I don't think I've really seen a weak chin out of him. Definitely not out of Tony Ferguson, though. He's going to have a better chin than Jose Aldo did on that night, I bet. I don't see this to 13 seconds. I don't know what happened there, but it's like Jose Aldo froze. And that's why I talk about who wins the mental game. Diaz made Conor look like newborn Bambi. God, I love Nate Diaz. God, I want to see that fight again. I love both those fighters, but I want to see that fight again. I want to see Nate Diaz get paid. Diaz got the best chin. Diaz, you want to talk about a granite chin. I know that's been overused, SK, but God, you're right. Seems like you could hit that guy in the chin with a baseball bat and he'd spit at you. He's got an amazing chin. I think Conor's got a good chin, and Ferguson has a good chin. But like I said, I think it's really going to depend a lot. Back to the question of Ferguson versus Conor. I wouldn't bet on that fight. I think odds should be a toss-up. Very close. Conor will probably come in a favorite because he's the champion. But I definitely take Tony before the Mayweather fight. I think Conor got some vital striking training in the training camp leading up to Mayweather, and definitely being in the ring with that many, for that long with Floyd Mayweather, he just gained just that much more confident. I don't think anybody in the world's more confident than Conor McGregor right now. I don't think Tony Ferguson lacks confidence, but I don't think anybody in the world right now is more confident than Conor. How much you guys think they pay Conor when he gets back to MMA? And Zoltan says, till he gets back to MMA. Yeah. More confidence. Oh, yeah. He's got a lot of confidence. I say they got to pay him at least $30 million. But to not go back to boxing, it almost seems like they would have to pay him closer to $50. I mean, they're talking about Nate Diaz was asking for $20 for the rematch, and I would love to see Nate get paid. I'd love to see Tony get paid, though. He definitely deserves it. And, you know, the Tony versus Conor thing, I said I think is going to come a lot of it down to the mental game. Does Tony Ferguson respond to Conor's manipulation like Jose Aldo did and freeze in the moment, which I totally believe he did? Or is he going to be like Nate Diaz, and is he just going to embrace the moment? And is he just come back better? I think Nate Diaz might be a better trash talker than Conor McGregor, honestly. I'm more entertained by Nate Diaz, even more so than Conor McGregor. And I'm highly entertained by Conor McGregor. Nice on the commercials here. We're seeing a lot more UFC fighters. Here's some sponsorships. That's Metro PCS, one of the normal sponsorships. But DC gets in there, you know, gets some money. And DC's a good guy. Really underestimated guy. I felt so bad for him after the John Jones fight. But, God, how... Can we ever trust John Jones again? What bothers me the most about that fight, and I was so excited for John Jones after he knocked out Daniel Cormier. Conor Diaz 3 for a title would be biggest pay-per-view ever, I think. Oh, biggest UFC pay-per-view by far. By far, Zoltan, I agree. I just heard Dana White, actually, I didn't hear, I read, Dana White actually said that Floyd Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, though, sold 6.3 million pay-per-views at $100 a buy. Over $600 million in pay-per-view revenue. That's freaking insane. I don't think it gets there, but I think it definitely beats all UFC records. Which fight do you guys want to see more? Do you want to see Tony versus Conor or Nate versus Conor? I'll be happy either way, but I honestly I selfishly want to see Nate. I want to see Nate. Yeah, I'm with you, Sultan. I want to see that trilogy, and I so wanted to see it on December 30th. Honestly, all I wanted for Christmas was Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor 3. SK says, I think GSP will get it done against Bisping. That's an interesting one. Where do you think GSP is mentally, though? By decision, yeah, I think Bisping, Zoltan says. Bisping's a lot bigger than GSP, and I don't know where GSP is mentally, but it's going to be a lot harder to take down Bisping. Bisping walks around at like 205. Honestly, I got to go with Zoltan here, and I got to pick Bisping, honestly. GSP could take him down and hold him down, but I don't know if he's big enough. I think Bisping holds him off. I think he lands enough strikes on the feet, and I think he wins the decision or even gets a late knockout. So, I don't hate Bisping at all. I just hate the decisions he gets in England. But I was happy to see him pick up a title before he retires. SK says he may be thinking aliens, but I think Bisping is easier to take down than Woodley. That's a good point. Woodley has amazing takedown defense. Absolutely amazing. I am thoroughly impressed with Woodley's takedown defense. I think that's only a size difference. The only difference there, if Bisping isn't or GSP isn't able to take him down at will, is it's going to be a size thing, because Bisping obviously walks around a lot bigger. I mean, he's a lot taller. He's got leverage. He's got weight. GSP could definitely take him down and hold him there and ground and pound him out. It's certainly not out of the realm of possibility. And as many people that say GSP just wrestles and just holds people down, he's had some really good exchanges with a lot of good strikers in his career. That Carlos Condit fight was amazing. I know he got a little gun shy after getting surprised by Matt Serra, but he came back and, he went toe-to-toe with Carlos Condit. I see Bisping pick him apart and circling. That's possible, Zoltan. Icons 808 says, fuck the Seacocks. Yeah, you're all entitled to your opinion. Thank you very much. Who's your team? Maya couldn't take Woodley down, shot close to 20 times. An LOL from 808. Yeah, SK, that was super impressive. And I thought that was pretty fucked up of Dana to out Maya after that fight, saying he's not going to give him the title shot. And look, I know it was a boring fight, and styles make fights. Maya not really a takedown artist. No, he's a jiu-jitsu artist, and he's just that. You know, that's true. But you know, to be a championship caliber fighter, you got to learn. You got to be able to take these guys down. And I don't mean to take away from Maya. I love the fact that he's a specialist. He specializes in one thing. Icon says 49ers 0-7 straight repping. My wife's from Northern California, so she was a Niners fan growing up. Yeah, they're doing real well this year. No. Yeah, we're not doing so great ourselves. I'm not sure whose offensive line is worse, though, 808. I think our offensive line might be worse than anything on your entire team. Oh. Marshawn's looking a little worn out coming back over there in Oakland, though. He had one game with a few decent yards, and then his last game he gets suspended for touching the ref. That was pretty stupid. I don't know if he thinks he was being gangster there or what, but if he went to Oakland to try to save the team from going to Las Vegas, I'm not sure what he's doing over there. I know he wanted to play for his home team before he retired. I respect Beast mostly, honestly, not just for his running, but for his interviews. His interviews are the greatest of all time. I'm just here so I don't get fined, boss. That is great. Francisco Ronaldo versus Jim Miller coming up. I didn't realize Francisco was that old. He's 39 years old. Jim Miller's 34. It seems kind of opposite to me. It seems like Jim Miller's been fighting forever. But Francisco Maldonado's a killer. Retirement fight. Yeah, this. Are you saying this is a retirement fight, Zoltan? I didn't hear. Or whoever loses should retire. Jim Miller's coming in a slight underdog. God, he's only 34, but yeah, okay. Retirement fight should be for both these guys. Yeah, probably. Francisco Ronaldo coming in heavy favorite, almost 2-1. Dude, at 21-5, he is a killer in the 155-pound division, and I'm surprised to see that he's 39. But Jim Miller's just been in some wars. I mean, I swear it seems like that guy's been fighting since like UFC 5. I can't believe he's 34 years old. All right, here we go. Into the center of the ring here, and Jim Miller throws the first punch right over the top. Oh, I think Miller grinds decisions or late sub. Ronaldo really slow. Oh, he landed a fast left hook over the top there, though. Oh, and Jim Miller throws a big left over the top. These guys are throwing some heavy hands early. A couple heavy punches there. Oh, nice. Nice left over the top. Oh, and Jim Miller gets on top. Oh! He gets in the guard. I was going to say, you do not want Jim Miller on top of you, but somehow they kind of roll around, and Ronaldo ends up on top. Ronaldo's pushing Miller up against the fence. Miller's very comfortable in this position. any position for that matter. Miller's got the full guard there. Francisco not really able to do anything except for push Miller up against the fence, which he's pushing his head up against there too, which pushing people's head against the fence has gotten submissions in the past, though. Anybody been watching since back in the Tank Abbott days when he subbed Jensen by just shoving his head up against the fence until he looked like he was gonna push his head through the fence, and he tapped? That's maybe my favorite sub of all time. Just the pushing the head through the fence. Just pure power. God, I missed no weight divisions. Oh, body shot landed from Miller. He missed with the overhand left over the top, going for the body kick, and Ronaldo checks it. Oh, a couple of missed punches for both there. Ronaldo glances with the right hand. And this great FS1 streaming, this great DirecTV Now streaming is freezing on me. Your connection was lost, but we're working on fixing that. Yeah, I have not been real impressed with DirecTV Now, and it's back on already. 2:33 of round one, if you're following with me. 2:30 now. And Jim Miller gets a takedown. He's in Francisco's guard. And Jim Miller is more than comfortable in the top position. With the ladies and the guys, no. But definitely a veteran. Just all around good fighter. Oh, nice elbow from Jim Miller. No, he's definitely had a prestigious career, and I hope he gets enough money to retire before he goes out with brain damage. And you guys feel guilty? I've been watching the UFC for a long time. Literally since like it first came out and we were first able to get the VHS tapes. Do you ever sit back and kind of feel a little bit guilty of taking pleasure of watching these guys take so much brain damage? I know it's not something I always like to talk about while we're watching a fight, but I've had mixed feelings about that a couple times. Obviously, it doesn't bother me enough that I quit watching because these guys are going to fight whether I watch or not. But I really wonder about the future of combat sports. You know, the NFL has lost a lot of lawsuits lately, and obviously the Fertitta brothers just sold the UFC, and I think they kind of knew something was going on. Possibly going to go on with either some lawsuits or a union for the fighters. And a couple of years ago, I would have said you were crazy if you just said the fighters should get a union. NFL gets more brain damage than MMA. Oh, definitely SK. Definitely. The NFL and boxing by far because of those pads. Seven says, know what you sign up for, don't be a bitch. Thanks for toughing me up there, Seven. I feel like if you were here, you would punch me in the stomach. Put me back in my man place. No, I do sympathize with some of these guys, the backgrounds they come from, though. Oh, Francisco goes for a flying knee, but Miller's all over it. Ties him up against the fence. Oh, Miller throws a knee there. And there's the bell. No, if I was a little younger and I was coming up now in my early 20s and have the chance to fight in MMA, I definitely would have done it. They do deserve more money, stingy Dana. I agree, Seven. And I mean, it is Dana and it's not Dana. I mean, it's not his money at this point, but he certainly has a lot of say-so. And can you believe the nerve of them to act like they're not going to give Nate Diaz $20 million for what I think everybody agrees would be the biggest pay-per-view fight in UFC history? They're seriously arguing over giving him $20 million. Even Conor came out and said that he was asking for too much money. Stop being greedy. I like Conor, but the guy that just made over $100 million for his first boxing match ever told Nate Diaz, "Stop being greedy for asking for $20 million." This guy's from the streets. He's not messing around. And he definitely, saying he had a tough upbringing is a huge understatement. Him and his brother, I love those guys. I want to see him get paid. Oh, Jim Miller opens up the first round with a right hand over the top. I would have liked to do MFA if started after karate, Zoltan says. One of my best friends, Adam Shacknott, fights in Eddie Bravo International last year and this December. I'm a big fan of the Eddie Bravo Invitational. What do you think about his new tournament is coming out? I can't remember what it's called, but oh, nice knee there from Ronaldo in between. His new tournament, it's going to be a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu where they allow, it's a tournament, it's not full MMA, but they're going to allow open hand strikes. So I think that'll add something to it. Oh, nice left hook over the top from Ronaldo. But I think that definitely from a lot of these top-level jiu-jitsu guys, I think adding those open hand strikes is it's gonna open up a lot of things as far as like getting able to get under guys' necks, being able to extend their arms and their shoulders to get them into submissions more easily. 7 says Stockton slap will be legal. Damn right. LOL from Zoltan. I think you 7 and Zoltan, I think me and you need to get together with a beer with SK here. Trilogy fight will do close to 2 million buys at $60 a pop. I totally agree, SK. I think it breaks 2 million. Including the gate total, maybe close to 130 to 140 million for UFC. Nate should get at least 20 million of that. Most definitely, Zoltan says. I'm going to 100% agree with you guys. I think you should get 50 million. Why not? I mean, how much is the UFC getting off of it? If they're getting, I think they could do 2.5 million buys. I'd be so excited if that fight dropped December 30th. I would drop $100 on that fight without even thinking about it. I mean, it would not even be a hesitation. It would be like, take my fucking money. See Ronaldo slowing down fast. Yeah, he's looking as 39 years old here halfway through the second round. I agree with you there, Zoltan. And Jim Miller has got some of the best cardio in the game. And some clinching here and a little more freezing from my DirecTV Now streaming. They don't quite have this DirecTV Now streaming down yet. I mean, he's really fast for 39 is amazing. Yeah, he is fast for 39. He's faster than I am. I'm 39. I'm not getting in a cage anytime soon. I just turned 39 last month, actually. I'm not real happy about it. Exchange of body shots in the middle. Oh, they're throwing some blows here now. These guys are going for it. SK Dam didn't know he's 39. I didn't know that either coming in. I was surprised to see his age when it came up. Oh, Jim Miller is a master of the guillotine. Watch. Oh, and Ronaldo's able to get out of it. But Ronaldo was up above, and Jim Miller started going for that guillotine. He's got one of the best guillotines in the game. Ronaldo's moved Miller to half guard. He's trying to move around with the head and arm. But Jim Miller is super dangerous from anywhere on the ground. Ronaldo's definitely in the dominant position, though. He's pushing Miller's head up against the floor there. Yeah, Ronaldo's in control at the moment. Jim Miller can pull off a submission in a second. You can think he's down and out, and then all of a sudden the other guy's tapping. Oh, nice elbows. Oh, my God, from Ronaldo there. I slugged back to take a sip of beer there, and Ronaldo's just dropping hammer elbows. That is nice. I said Miller would be the dominant one on the ground or thought, but Ronaldo is taking him to task. He is probably getting a 10-8 in this round. He is dominating with strikes from the top. Nice body, nice shot. A couple shots to the body and elbow before the end of the round. That under this new scoring, that might have been a 10-8 for Ronaldo, honestly. So, how many beers are you guys on? Beer. Anybody drinking a beer? Beer. What beer? So, just my third for me. I want to be able to keep my speech pattern somewhat straight, but I should grab another one here because why not? Pizza and beer and watching guys beat the shit out of each other. That's the American way. Well, thank you, baby. Just finished fourth beer. Oh, you're one ahead of me, Zoltan. My beautiful wife just grabbed me my fourth right here, though. So, I'm not going to race you because I want to be able to speak, but I'm on 4 here. Actually, I feel like a lightweight. I just got off that Whole30 diet. I didn't drink for an entire month. That was the hardest part of it. Carbs, pizza, anything else, forget about it. Alcohol was definitely the hardest part of it. And I couldn't wait to grab a frickin' beer. Let's see, I think whoever wins this third round probably wins the fight. Francisco goes with a straight head kick there, but misses. Oh, nice left over the top from Ronaldo. Nice leg kick from Ronaldo. Ronaldo seems to have the sharper striking right now. He definitely looks like the fresher fighter. I think he definitely won that. Well, he obviously won that last round. North-south position. Ronaldo is going... he was in a guillotine position. He's not going for a guillotine there. He's standing up. Miller's got one knee up. Oh, and he goes for the head kick but misses as they stand up. Ronaldo goes left hook to the body. Another left hook to the body. You can see Jim Miller wheezing a little bit after that, and he just missed. He looks winded. Crowd can tell Miller's getting a little winded. Miller landed a leg kick there, but Ronaldo is smart. He goes to the body with a knee there. Misses an elbow over the top. Oh, Miller is sucking wind. Unless he gets some kind of a second win, I don't think Miller's got enough left in him to finish this fight. I mean, as far as like finishing Ronaldo, he might make it through the 3 minutes, but he's barely in there right now. He is really tired. And not to say that Ronaldo is any spring chicken right now, but Jim Miller is definitely gassed. And they're just leaning up against the fence. Ronaldo throws a knee. Jim Miller throws one back. These guys are both winded. Miller's taking some hard body shots. And Ronaldo, well, he's 39 years old. So... they exchange a couple punches there, but I'm disappointed with Jim Miller tonight. I mean, he's only 34, but like I said, he's been in a lot of wars. really didn't show up tonight. This is not the Jim Miller that I've seen in the past. Oh, and Ronaldo drops him again there. And he's in Jim Miller's guard. A very, very tired Jim Miller. And this fight's been kind of disappointing. Jim Miller, he's got the guard on Ronaldo. Ronaldo's on the top, but Miller's holding on to Ronaldo's head and keeping him from dropping a lot of strikes on him there. Even tired Jim Miller's got an incredible guard. But I just don't think he has the energy to pull off a submission here. Yeah. I'm sitting at 50 seconds left in the round. And yeah, there's not a whole lot going on here. Ronaldo's on top. But they're just kind of slipping against each other. Ronaldo's not even able to... He's throwing a hammer fist and somehow not even able to land. Miller's kind of blocking with his hands. But it looks like Ronaldo's going to... oh, he goes for a big right there and misses. On the ground there, he is trying to get some distance. But looks like this one's going to go the distance here. And Ronaldo lands in a dominating position there at the end. Kind of has a half guard side mount combo kind of thing. And that was the end. Who do you guys think won that fight? Miller fights better when bites down and pushes forward pressure, says Zoltan. Hopefully my last bad prediction for tonight. Good thing not betting. Ronaldo won for sure. Yeah, I agree with you there, Zoltan. Yeah, it hasn't been the best night for me either. It's so hard. Everybody's at such an elite level right now in the UFC. Just to stay in the UFC, you have to be so good. I mean, anybody can win at any moment. SK says Ronaldo. I think that's going to be the general consensus pretty much that Ronaldo won this fight. He definitely dominated, probably a 10-8 round in the second, and he won the third. In my opinion, but wonder if we're all getting the same commercials depending on what feed you're on. I'm on DirecTV now, and I just got an old He-Man commercial from Geico. I'm getting a little sick of the Geico commercials, but man, I love me some He-Man back in the day. I grew up watching some He-Man, watching the He-Man cartoons and the He-Man movie. I was never for like getting high, but you get like really smashed and watch some He-Man, just down about 10 shots of whiskey, and watch He-Man from the 80s. I guarantee you a good time. Grab yourself some JD or some Aftershock, and just down a shot. About every 10 minutes, and it'll be a good time. I guarantee you. Skeletor's hilarious. Cartoon was my favorite as a kid, says Zoltan. Be right back. Thank you, Zoltan. I appreciate you. And we're going to go to a decision here in a minute. And after we get this decision, I'm going to take a quick pee break. So just to give you all a little too much information. But anybody who's looking at me wondering why there's a blank camera, you guys can tune them in that I just went to go take a quick piss. And as we all said, Francisco Ronaldo is the winner. So I'll be right back. 7 says, bring in the sun for the sub. David, you're being requested.
I don't think he's downstairs, honey.
No, he's here. Come put on the mic. 7 requests that you sub while I go to the bathroom. Here you go. He's not a big MMA fan, but I have at it, 7. Be nice
Okay.
to him, though.
Shouldn't have given you so much beer.
Hello. No,
Say
that
something,
should
son.
work. Hey,
Who are you?
I'm
No last name.
David.
How old are you?
Almost 17. Video games. I want to get
Read the
into.
question before you
Yeah,
answer.
sorry.
Read the question.
Someone, I didn't catch who it was, asked, 7, asked what are some things that I like. Video games, I want to try and get into sword fighting. Yes, but that's besides the point.
Read the
SNK,
question.
I'm not going to read that one.
They ask if you're into girls.
More lewdly. More lewdly.
You guys setting my son up?
Tell him
Here
not
you
to pick
go.
on the autistic kid.
He's getting up scared here. What'd you guys do to my son while I was gone? See if I can get this mic on the right direction. Oh, ass and titties. Oh, that's mild. He's heard that before. Medieval. That's cool.
He's heard it, but he always flushes. Oh,
Yeah, just like any 16-year-old kid.
oh, his mom's
That's
porn on his phone. Don't worry.
That's my oldest. Oh yeah, you guys didn't hear what my wife just said there. I can't believe she just dropped that live. Alex Oliveira in the crowd there, and Charles Oliveira. Are those guys brothers? I don't know. They're not sitting next to each other. If they are, maybe they're long lost brothers. He's got a cute-looking girl next to him, though. I don't know if that's his wife or his mistress, but. Oh, they're showing the promo for the next JoJo fight. This girl is insane. I love watching this girl fight. Joanna Jachinski. Sorry, I've always butchered the last name. That's why I call her JoJo. But God, Joanna is entertaining to watch fight. That girl is insane. Subbed. Thank you, SK. Thank you much. You ever drop into Seattle, you're welcome to step in for a beer with me anytime. Rose has a better shot than anyone else who has fought her. Thank you. Your son is not into MMA but likes sword fighting. That's even more badass. Thank you, 7. Ooh, Hero from 808. So, son, 7 says you're into sword fighting. That's even more badass than MMA. So, I don't know if he could do. I don't know much about sword fighting, but maybe we'll get him on here for a cast sometime here soon. My daughter's into MMA, actually. My 15-year-old daughter's a wrestler, a swimmer, an actress. She does a little bit of everything all the time. She's like my little female Mighty Mouse. That's why she's not here right now. She's always busy doing something, but she fights at 125. It's Hero from 808. Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing some of those names, but man, this promo for JoJo and Rose Namajunas. I'm gonna try that one. Sorry, JoJo undefeated, 5 title defenses, 1 shy of Ronda Rousey's record, 8 UFC wins, most in strawweight history. It's kind of a short history in the strawweight division. But God, JoJo she's like a real life Wonder Woman. What do you guys think about Ronda Rousey going into the WWE? Joanna's a beast. Yeah, she is, SK. I love watching Joanna fight. It seems like almost any female fight anymore is just a great fight. Man, nothing better than watching 2 half-naked, sweaty men rolling around from 808. I love your sense of humor, 808. SK does too, LOL. 4 of us need to get together for a beer sometime. Guys are ever in Seattle, you guys are definitely welcome to have a beer with me at the local bar. 808 makes me warm. Aw. let's not get too warm here. Pedro Munez versus Rob Font. Looks like they're gonna throw in a spacer fight here. And moist. Oh wow. Not sure how I feel about that word. But that is fucking hilarious. Now, the only one I want to make moist is my wife. Sorry, 808.
What about me?
Nothing you want to do.
Moist, 808.
What did I?
Icons 808 apparently is coming on to me. My wife's getting jealous over here. I don't know what's going on here.
What did you say about me?
I think he said I make him moist.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
said the only one I want to make moist is my wife.
Your
so.
son's right. Nothing I wanted to hear.
She walked in that anyways, though. Thanks, 808. I'd expect nothing else from a Niners fan. Oh, I do have your running back on my fantasy team, though. Tell her back off, I called dibs. Beer, 808. How many beers are you on, 808? Definitely making the show more entertaining here. My whole 8 followers at a time.
Starts with 8. You'll get more.
Yep, it's coming along.
Last week
My
you said-
12th, 13th, 808. My 12th, 13th. Ah. Yeah, that explains a lot, 808. I don't remember the last time I had 13 beers. Mighty Mouse should fight the winner of TJ and Cody. Oh, he definitely should. Zoltan says, I agree. Who are you guys taking in TJ and Cody, man? That's an exciting fight. 7, such a supportive wife. Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Zoltan says Cody. I like Cody. Zoltan says too much power. SK says hell yeah. And with a hell yeah, everybody have a drink of beer. But apparently nobody's catching up to 808. You're a good sport. I like you, guy. You make me proud, son, 808 says. I'm not sure how old you are calling me son, but thank you. I'm almost 40 years old. Oh. Wife drops the bomb there. Says, even though I look 50. I don't like how Cody trims his eyebrows. I love how Bisping talks shit about them, Zoltan. Like 80857. Hey, you are about my dad's age, so I take that back, 808. Now I feel even more violated by the moist comment.
They're criticizing your eyebrows?
Oh, now they probably will. They were talking to... he was talking about Cody's eyebrows a minute ago, but
I just trimmed those beasts a couple weeks ago.
yeah. Yeah, my great, beautiful wife here is also my hairdresser. So they took my gerb. They took my gerb. I love it, 808. I get it. I get it. I love South Park. You guys happy that they went back to the old segments where the episodes don't go together? Seven says, "What's the wifey doing?" What you doing over there, wifey?
Planning a class.
She's got a popsicle in her mouth right now. It's a thin popsicle. She's licking. Yeah, she's got a computer in front of her. But that's kind of essential. She's putting on a show over here. If you guys could only see this.
I'm planning for my class.
Is it moist? Oh, it's definitely moist, 808.
Hey, sickos, I'm doing a classroom planning.
Yeah, you've heard all those stories from Seattle from the teachers. It's all true.
I'm planning a Halloween surprise for my 5th grade room.
She's planning a Halloween surprise for her 5th grade room. So she says, leave her alone. Which, of course, is your key to continue berating her. Are you guys watching this Mighty Mouse commercial? I don't know if you know this. Getting the Mighty Mouse commercial. He's giving some guy the belt in his room. Man, Mighty Mouse is so underrated.
I thought we were talking about the cartoon.
I would love, like we were talking about before, the TJ versus Cody fight. I would love to see the winner of that fight, Mighty Mouse. Is Mighty Mouse big enough though? Cody's a big dude. Cody seems like he's a lot bigger than Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is strong, great wrestling. Cody's got power. Cody's got power, and he's got no love. He's got no love for Mighty Mouse. Live stream offline. Fuck. I think I got... Oh, motherfucker. No one else has a chance against him. Keep doing these live casts. Be right back. Very bad connection. What the fuck's going on here? It says I have a very bad connection, if anybody can see this. I don't know how to fix this. Sorry, guys. Very bad connection. What the fuck? Fuck you, Comcast. It just cut out for a second. Okay, now. Thank you, Zoltan. If you guys give me an update, it's saying very bad connection on my side. I don't know why I'm losing connection here. I pay enough for my fucking internet service. This is ridiculous. Hopefully you guys can still see me. Shit, this is pissing me off. I don't know if I'm going to have to reconnect or what. No, I'm not still in the neighbor's Wi-Fi 7. I can't see that though. Hey, and it looks like we're back. I don't know what the fuck that was, but I'm a little pissed off at Comcast right now. I pay them about $70 damn a month for my service. You think it'd be fast enough to keep me on? Zoltan says, don't know these fighters well, but I'm going to pick Font. Well, you've had about as good luck as I have tonight, Zoltan, so no disrespect, but I'm going to pick Pedro here. Vote for Pedro. Pedro Munez there, number 12. Damn it, cat. You motherfucker. Oh, you guys are getting... Oh, fuck. Hey, we're still on. My fucking crazy cat just jumped up on my table, knocked my tripod over onto the ground. I can't believe I didn't lose connection. What? Fuck. Oh, fuck. I can't even get... going on here? SK says, grab him by the pussy. Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. He's still a kid, and I'll forgive him this time. Next time he's in the fucking stew, though.
Whatever, guys. You need to know that he baby talks to that kitten every chance he gets.
I don't baby talk to anybody, and your light's streaming into my... Oh. What's going on? What's going on in this fight here? I can tell who Font is because he's got his name on his shorts there, but I've never seen either one of these guys fight. It's got to be a filler fight. My wife's a liar, by the way. All teachers are liars. Don't trust them with your kids. Homemade pizza? No, not homemade pizza. It does kind of. It was frozen pizza from my work. Some no-brand bullshit pizza, but it was $5 for a really big pizza, and it actually ended up being really good. And these guys aren't doing a whole lot there. Kind of standing there, a little front kick from Font, but not giving me a whole lot to talk about there. They're making me wish for the old Ronda Rousey days. Guys, believe did you guys see that Ronda Rousey just signed with the WWE?
Shut up.
That's probably where she. But yeah, my wife's a Ronda Rousey fan actually. Oh, big left hook from. Oh, left hook and a right. I'm talking about Ronda Rousey in the WWE, and Font's getting rocked. Munez at the left right. Oh, Font throws a right hook. Sam says, haha, wife with the best reaction. Yeah, she usually has more fans than I do.
So I'm way cooler than you.
Oh. And way older. Oh.
I'm thinking of a word that starts with F.
Anybody have a guess? I think my wife wants to buy me flowers. Oh, nice right hook there. From Munez. Straight right, excuse me. Font with the jab there. Nice right hand from Font. I'm a lightweight there now, guys. I think I'm on 5 beers now. I told you I didn't drink for a month. I'm getting a pretty good buzz on here. Feeling like a cheap date.
That's Shock Top. It ain't a cheap date.
Oh.
Whoever it is that was drinking the old Milwaukee, that's a cheap date. That's my friend Zoltan there. Don't you be messing with Zoltan. He's one of my only fans there. Oh, what happened there? Left, right, and Font goes for a take. A weird roll, and Munez lands on top, and he's got a guillotine. Holy shit, that was a quick transition. Did you guys see that transition? That was fucking amazing. SK says, nice call on Munez. I only picked Munez. And I apologize, Zoltan, because Zoltan picked Font. And he's been having as bad a luck as I have been tonight. That's honestly the only reason I picked him. But I will drink some more beer either way. God, that was a quick transition. Holy shit. It was like he jumped into that guillotine. Oh my God, I'm waiting for the replay on that Munez with the guillotine though. That was fucking beautiful. That was fucking beautiful. Are you moist from that, Seven? Because I got a fucking erection from that guillotine. That was arousing. Look at this. If you guys are watching this, holy shit, the roll and the transition, and fuck. Zoltan says, never been a faster tap in my life. God, that was, how long was that? Look at this, honey. Look at this transition. Look at how deep he gets that in so fast. SK says, yeah, that was quick. God, that was just a torturous fucking guillotine. And he just jumped into it right just in the wrong way. And Munez really knew what he was doing. Hats off. I'm very impressed. Fight of the night bonus for that guy. Changed his whole bum life, as Conor would say. Oh. How long have y'all been watching UFC out there? How long has everybody been fights fans out there? I'm curious. How long you guys been watching fights? How long you been watching, Zoltan? SK7. How long you guys been fighting, and what did you start watching? I'll tell you, I started watching boxing. Zoltan, first fight, I saw St. Pierre versus Hughes, I think. That's a good first fight, dude. That's a real good first fight. If we're talking about UFC, of course it was Gracie, but I was watching boxing before then. First fight that I can really remember, honestly, was during the '88 Olympics with Roy Jones Jr. And I was a fight fan for life. Seven says UFC 81. Know who fought? I could if I checked on my magic phone, Seven, but I'm recording on it. I don't remember who fought at UFC 81. Was it Tito? Tito and Liddell was UFC 80? No, 81.
UFC 81.
You cheated. The wife says it was Lesnar's debut. She started watching on Lesnar's debut. It's a commercial for the Ultimate Fighter. They're still doing the Ultimate Fighter. Team Alvarez versus Team Gauji. Seven says Brock Lesnar. Yep, Mir versus Lesnar. Zoltan says, I don't know about the UFC when I was in karate. Lame friends, I guess. Haha.
The main card was Sylvia Nogueira.
Main card was Sylvia Nogueira on 81. That was a good UFC to start watching. Good choice, my friend. That is a good introduction to the UFC. I remember watching Roy Jones growing up. Definitely a huge Mike Tyson fan. I wanted to be Mike Tyson. I would walk around as a kid. I don't think I told my wife. I would walk around with no socks on, and I would. In high school, I would actually take the towel and cut the hole out of it and put it over my head and walk around, pretend like I was Mike Tyson.
I bet your mom loved that.
Oh, I was a fucking loser.
Good thing we didn't meet in high school.
Yeah, my wife would have never married me if we met in high school. But Tyson made face tattoos way back. Yes, he did. Yeah, I don't know if that was one of his better decisions. Seven made him in style. I do like it. It has really grown on me. I don't know what's so lovable about Tyson now. He's like that lovable teddy bear. Like, he's nice now, and he would like give you a hug, but you know that at any moment he could just tear your throat out. Zoltan, Mike Perry got the face tat. I didn't see that. And I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know who Mike Perry is. I might, but the name doesn't ring a bell right now. My kids used to watch a show with Perry the Platypus, but what show was that, David?
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb. You can tell it's my fifth beer. You guys want to be a cheap date and enjoy your alcohol? Don't drink for a month. SK says, saw someone get their ass cracked out, dude. Zoltan says, Mike Perry and Darren Till, my favorite fighters at the moment. And Bisping is my favorite personality. Favorite fighter right now? I'm not sure. Favorite personality goes to Conor just because he's out there more. I would say Nate if we got to see him more because I really like his shit talking.
David.
Favorite fighter? I don't know that I have a favorite fighter right now. But I really, really fucking want to see Conor versus DS3. Please, Dana, make that fucking fight happen. Oh my, Edson Barboza versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, UFC 219. Darren Till was impressive. I miss Kimbo, 7 says. SK says Darren Till was impressive. So you guys knew. Somebody out there was talking about that fight, the Nurmagomedov fight, and you knew already at UFC 219. I didn't know that until right now. That is an incredible fight. December 30th. SK RIP. Yes, RIP to Kimbo. Much respect. If you like shit talking, watch Bisping St. Pierre Toronto press tour, minute 14 to 20. Golden comedy, says Zoltan. SK says also miss Harambe. Harambe is still going on. What has that been, like 2 years? Oh, Harambe would have beaten the shit out of Bisping. I'm sorry. Bisping wouldn't have had a fucking chance.
I leave the room for 2 minutes and I come back to discussing the Bisping Harambe super fight.
The Bisping versus Harambe super fight. I would take Bisping now because Harambe's not in the best shape. But back in the day, Harambe. Does anybody out there know what a gorilla does to its prey? Like if it wants to fight a human? I was listening to this on Joe Rogan the other day. This is incredible. So they're very primitive, but they're very smart. SK says Bisping got stuck in the 2 GSP at the pressers. Zoltan says rip arms off. I've heard that. What I've heard, Zoltan, is that they go straight for the groin and they will just rip a person's fucking dick off. They will rip the dick, the balls, and everything. They know the weak spot. They have no feelings for you. They're completely primitive, and they rip your fucking dick off. As Zoltan says, LOL. I guess there was a guy that, for some reason, there is a fucking chimpanzee, what do you call it? They're not refugees. What would you call it, Cassandra? 5 beers in, teacher. What would you call it? Like, you have chimpanzees and they misbehave, but you send them to like a sanctuary kind of thing? What?
Like a rogue chimpanzee?
Well, I guess, yeah.
Seven
Says, Dane, that's a mind fuck. Yeah. So anyways, there's this place, and I don't remember where it was, but I was listening to the story. This guy took his rogue chimpanzee to this fucking chimpanzee sanctuary, and he brings this chimpanzee a fucking cake for his birthday, and he's in there with these chimpanzees, and I don't remember exactly where this was. Jones Mesa says, Brazil, go Machida. Thank you, Jones, for coming in there. Wellington Masonga, PLO. Ola Wellington, getting a few more people on here. But anyways, this guy comes in. Oh, quick, Jones, you're welcome. Thanks again, Jones. So this guy comes in, and he misses his chimpanzee, and he brings him a fucking cake. And another chimpanzee gets so pissed and jealous, he walks up to the owner of this other chimpanzee and literally rips his fucking dick and balls out of his fucking body. And the guy bleeds to death in the middle of this fucking chimpanzee sanctuary. Jones says, in your opinion, who is going to win today? That's a tough one. If it's in the first 2 rounds, I would say Brunson. Otherwise, I think if Machida can make it through 2 rounds, I think he can get a late knockout. or a decision. Brunson, I think, murks him within the first 2 rounds, probably in the first round. Machida's 39. Jones says, I agree with you. Yeah, Machida's 39. What do you think, Jones, about Machida's body now, though? He's fighting at 185. Back before the WADA days, he was walking around at 205 and dropping a weight. Now he looks like a small 185er. I'm not accusing him of taking steroids, but, you know, back in the day, to compete, you know, you kind of had to play with the boys. You kind of had to get a little dirty. So I don't know. Maybe Machida got a little dirty back in the day. I don't know, because I know he is 39, and you start losing some muscle mass. I'm a big Lyoto fan. Just Machida is a long time without a fight. Maybe Brunson is his favorite. I would say Brunson's definitely probably the favorite on the odds. But Machida is really dangerous, Jones says. 7 says, USADA been dropping fighters like flies. Oh, God. Who's the most surprising drug fail out there that you guys have seen? And who out there got caught that you guys were like, I knew that guy was on drugs? Still very disappointed in Jones. Fuck, I feel like a bad... I want Machida to win because I'm a karate guy, but I think Brunson will overpower him in the bottom. That's my feeling, Dalton. That's my feeling. But, I mean, Brunson